G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing the ZebraLight SC600w IV+. That's a mouthful, I know, but it's well worth it for this guy. Let's check it out. Alrighty, here it is. The ZebraLight SC600w IV or 4 plus high. So this thing is a real rock and roll superstar, but let's check the box first. So you will get some accessories and a really cool box design as well. I like that box design. So you will get a couple of spare O-rings there. Very, very useful. And you get a little kind of lanyard connector or something like that. I'm not sure if these come with lanyards or not. I bought this off the secondary market, so I'm not sure if it was meant to come with a lanyard. And here is the user manual. So there's a bit to cover in the user manual, and I'm gonna do my best because these are programmable lights. You can program them in all sorts of different ways, but what I'll do is I'm just gonna show you the program that I run it on and then what I set it to and then show you how to do that. That's probably the easiest way to go about it. Now, one thing here to note is that these are sold in America but made in China. So I don't know if they are assembled in China and then delivered to America and then sold in America, or if all the materials are made in China, delivered separately to America, assembled in America, and then sold in America. I don't know the differences there. I just wanted to make note that, made in China, but obviously the store there is Irving, and TX. I'm just going to go ahead and guess Texas, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not from there. All right, so let's check out this guy. So this is a very compact and yet very powerful light. The benefit of it being so compact and yet still using an 18650 is that this is arguably one of the best EDC lights on the market today. It runs an 18650 unprotected or protected flat top. So in here, I've just got this one, INR Moly Cell, and this is going to give you a whole lot of runtime compared to some other lights this size that only run 18350s. So the brilliance of ZebraLight is the fact that they can run 18650s in such a small host. Because if I actually grab this one here, look at how small that is, and that is still an 18650 light, this one over here. So they are phenomenal in how compact these are. Now, if we just check out the face there, we've got an orange peeled reflector, and I don't know what emitter that is down there, but I'm guessing it would be a Cree something. We've got a stainless steel inner bezel here, holding everything together. Got some gorgeous heat sinks all around the head, and they are well needed because this light pumps with lumen outputs. We've got a rubber side switch. Now, one of the most brilliant things about this side switch is that if we have a look here, so not only is there a beautiful cutout for your thumb, look at how just perfect that is. I reckon they've made that from the indent that a thumb makes on a light. That is just perfect the way that falls on it. Absolutely perfection. But the other thing that is phenomenal about ZebraLight side switches is because it is depressed all the way down in that little concave area, you're not going to accidentally turn that on in your pocket. Absolutely not. You will not turn that on in your pocket. So these are a phenomenal EDC light for several reasons, which I'll cover, but one of them is that you will never accidentally turn this on in your pocket, despite the side switch actually being quite sensitive. You're just not going to, you pocket it like that, right? Your leg's here and the outer pocket's here, which is where the clip is. Nothing in your leg is going to fall into that area here and flick the light on. It's just not going to happen. So very, very clever design. Now we've got an opening here for a pocket clip as well. So you can pull this pocket clip off this side, put it on that side, and use this as a hat notch as well. In fact, let's see the weight of it and see if that would actually be useful or not. So with the 18650 and pocket clip included, this comes in at 114.39 grams. We've got some textured areas here around the body and tail, and these little kind of finger dimples and they're actually quite comfortable, particularly for my hand anyway. For my middle finger, it falls on this back one here. So that's actually a very comfortable thing to have. But also if you're a lefty, same thing there. So your finger, depending on how small or big your hand is, one of them is going to fall comfortably on one of these finger areas on the side of your body. Now we've got a fairly deep carry pocket clip. It's not extremely deep carry, but it's quite deep carry. And then the tail cap here, which obviously offers tail standing. Now, speaking of compact, we've got 96.07 millimeters, so it's less than 10 centimeters long. The face width is 28.22 millimeters. The body is 24.19 millimeters, and the tail 24.86 millimeters. So a very, very compact light. Just phenomenal how compact this thing is. Now, let's go through the UI. So let me just move this back. So when you get this, it'll be in factory settings, but I've changed it to the settings that I want, okay? So the brilliance of the setting that I'm in is that I've got instant to 3 outputs I want. I've got instant to moonlight, and the way I do that is press and hold. There we have moonlight. Turn it off. I have instant to medium, which is a single click from off. And then I've got instant to turbo, which is a double click from off. Look at that. So the way I got into this is from off, I just clicked the button 7 times, and then it gets me into this triple instant mode group, right? Which is what I'm in. But I'm going to show you how to change outputs, all right? So firstly, with each instant, so from off, let's go to moonlight. There it is. When you're in moonlight, or when you're in this mode group, you can double click and it gets you to a slightly different output, and then double click back and then turn it off. Whichever one you turn it off in, it'll come back on in. So moonlight again, and then let's go double click to get a bit of a higher moonlight, turn it off, turn it back on. In moonlight, comes back on in that little bit higher moonlight. Now I'm just going to double click to get it to the lowest one. Okay, now here is what we do when you want to change the output of a set mode. So from the output that you want to change, so it's on, I'm going to do 6 double clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now that I'm in programming, I'm going to do double click, raises the output. Triple click, 1, 2, 3, reduces the output. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, goes up. Now, single click, turns it off, that saves it. So now, when I get back into my moonlight mode, it's going to save it in whatever I set it to. So I've got this mode group, and double click, I've got that, the proper moonlight, which I've got. So you can modify and change one of the modes in each setting. So that was moonlight setting, all right? So from off, press and hold, moonlight setting. And if I double click, now I've got a bit of a higher moonlight setting, all right? But now let's go to the medium setting. So single click gets me to medium. All right, now if I want to change the output on this, because there's this output, and then double click, there's that output, which is a little bit lower. If I want to change one of these outputs, I do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, 1, 2, raises the output. 1, 2, raises the output. 1, 2, 3, lowers it. 1, 2, 3, lowers it. Then if I want that, single click, turns it off, and it's saved. So now, single click, comes back on in that. Double, it raises it a little bit. If I want it to come back on in this one, single click, turn it off, and then single click, comes back on in that. So you've got so much use, so many options. You can basically instantly go into 6 outputs with this light when you just choose which one you want. You just turn it off from that. It's incredible. Now, what about turbo? 1, 2, turbo. Look at that. That is just awesome. And then 1, 2. Okay, so what I've got here saved a really low output and then a really high output. And again, if I wanted to change that, 6 double clicks, in a row, and then 3 clicks to go down, 2 clicks to go up. That's it. Now I might just do a bit of a heat test on this because that was getting pretty hot. So 1, 2, all right. Let's just put it there and let's just test this and see what we get. Wow, 38 already. 39. Okay, so I think maybe it started to go down because, yeah, it's definitely ramping down because that thing got really hot really quick. So I think it was like 41.16. Now, I can still hold it, but the whole body and head is very, very warm. But thanks to the temperature control, it ramped down bloody quick enough, which is what we want. Now, I'm just going to show you something really interesting about ZebraLights, which I didn't know in the beginning. Oh, and I forgot to say, there is a lanyard holder here, which is really cool as well. That just pokes out to the side. Connect a lanyard to that if you want. But now I'm just going to get another light. All right, so see down there. Let's get that higher. See down there. So that looks to me as though that is potted. So the head is potted. Let me just get this closer to the camera there. So down there, that looks like potting. So what that potting means is that you have got your electronics protected no matter if this thing gets wet or bloody dropped or whatever. So that is a very, very cool additive to have in a light. All right, let's head out to some night shots and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy. Actually, before we do though, here is the beam profile of this light and look at that. It has got such a wide spread on it that this is just one of the most useful EDC lights ever. Heaps of light in the middle, but also an enormous amount of spread. Just a fantastic, fantastic light. And because of the orange peel, you are gonna get a really nice mixed beam profile. This is gonna be very impressive when we go to the night shots, which are right now. See you in a sec. All right, SC600 ZebraLight. Full output. That is impressive. Man, that is impressive. I mean, what more do you need for an EDC? And then turn it off, click it on. That I've got it on medium, so that's like for indoors. So good. You've got 3 instants. Instant turbo, instant medium, instant moonlight mode, and you can just set them all to as bright as you want it. Friggin' fantastic. And now look at that moonlight mode. Medium. And full output. Bloody dynamite, this thing. All right, see ya. All right, so first thing that screams out to me about this thing is the output from the size. This thing is so compact, and yet the output it offers is glorious. How's the friggin' night shots? This thing just pumps light, man. So what have we got? We've got a compact 18650, deep carry pocket clip, side switch light, protected so you're not going to accidentally turn it on in the pocket, orange peel reflector. This thing is awesome, man. And if we just kind of get it back on, and I'll just, I'll get it back on to 1, 2, there we go. So the hotspot and spill, oh, it's very bright. The hotspot and spill is just phenomenal. And then obviously at a distance, you get more larger hotspot. The color temperature is pretty perfect for outside as well. I know it's bright and cool, but it's pretty great for outside uses particularly. You know, what other compact 18650 can offer the amount of output that this thing offers with a potted head? You know, it's a bloody good light, this. Now, I think $109 they're currently being sold from ZebraLight. Unfortunately for us down under, ZebraLight doesn't deliver directly to Australia, so you'd need a proxy address in the US or just look for the secondary market to buy some of these. I will link the ZebraLight website just for you guys to have a look and all that sort of stuff, and everyone overseas, I'm pretty sure you can buy from ZebraLight, obviously if you're in the States, but if you're in different countries, I'm not sure if they only don't send to Australia because of the distance, or maybe they just don't send outside of the US. I'm not sure about that. But click on the link and have a look anyway. Can't hurt. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.